The 2024 U.S. election is shaping up to be one of the most pivotal and contentious in modern history, and there are numerous powerful forces working behind the scenes to shape its outcome. While the focus is typically on candidates, debates, and public rallies, the truth is that a web of influence, both foreign and domestic, is quietly manipulating voter behavior, amplifying divisions, and attempting to sway the election in ways most Americans will never fully see. The influence ranges from digital disinformation and AI-generated fake news algorithms, dark money from billionaires, and even foreign meddling. Here's a comprehensive look at the shadowy forces playing a critical role in the 2024 election. The role of foreign interference. Since 2016, the threat of foreign interference in U.S. elections has been well documented, and in 2024, it remains a significant concern. Russia continues to be a key player in attempting to influence the outcome. Russian media outlets like RT, formerly Russia Today, have been accused of disseminating disinformation through AI and bots, spreading false narratives about divisive topics such as crime, immigration, and the war in Ukraine. These narratives are specifically designed to polarize American voters, deepen divisions, and undermine trust in U.S. institutions. A recent U.S. Justice Department indictment accused Russian individuals and entities of secretly funding American social media campaigns to amplify these efforts. This included creating fake news sites that mimic U.S. media, designed to spread pro-Russian content without revealing their true origins. Russian influence isn't just limited to fake articles or trolls on social media, however. In previous elections they used hacking tactics, such as the infamous leaks during the 2016 election, and similar strategies are feared to be on the horizon for 2024. China has also ramped up its efforts to influence U.S. voters. Through platforms like TikTok and X, formerly Twitter, Chinese actors have been running influence operations that purport to share the views of U.S. citizens on key political issues like reproductive rights, the Israel-Palestine conflict, and homelessness. One such operation, known as Spamiflage, was able to reach millions of U.S. viewers before being taken down. These campaigns are part of a broader strategy to create divisions within U.S. society and to subtly promote narratives that align with China's geopolitical interests. Iran has also engaged in cyber operations targeting the 2024 election. Iranian hackers gained access to the email account of GOP political consultant Roger Stone, using it to steal confidential materials related to the vetting of Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance. This type of cyber espionage aims to obtain sensitive information that could be weaponized to influence political outcomes in favor of Iranian interests. The ultimate goal of these foreign interference campaigns is not just to support or undermine specific candidates, but to erode public confidence in the democratic process itself. Polls show that 70% of Americans are concerned about the impact of fake news on the election, and over half report that they have already been misled by AI-generated content. This level of concern indicates that foreign actors have successfully heightened fears of disinformation, creating fertile ground for mistrust and division. Foreign actors aren't the only ones working to influence the 2024 election. There is a domestic element to disinformation campaigns, with both partisan groups and independent actors spreading fake news and AI-generated content designed to manipulate voters. For instance, doctored images of Kamala Harris hugging convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, or participating in a communist rally, have circulated widely on social media platforms, even though these events never happened. These images are often used to inflame political passions, distort public perception, and deepen pre-existing biases. Donald Trump has also been involved in spreading disinformation, including false images of Harris. One notable example is a manipulated picture of Harris wearing a communist-style military uniform, posted on X, formerly Twitter, by Elon Musk. This fake image was used to amplify the narrative that Harris is dangerously radical, despite being entirely fabricated. Similarly, Trump himself has circulated images of pop icon Taylor Swift supposedly endorsing him for president, which were also doctored. These tactics work to amplify the base's distrust of mainstream media and to fortify the idea that the system is rigged. While disinformation is rampant, another less visible but equally powerful force influencing the election is big tech. Platforms like Facebook, Meta, Google, and Twitter X control the flow of information through algorithms that prioritize certain types of content over others. This control over the digital narrative allows these companies to quietly shape political discourse without most voters realizing it. For example, Facebook's algorithm has been accused of amplifying disinformation and giving disproportionate visibility to certain political ads, especially those that play on voters' fears. Google's search algorithm similarly can prioritize news stories that are sympathetic to particular candidates or issues, subtly steering public opinion by controlling what content users see first. The actions of these tech companies have enormous implications for voter behavior. During election cycles, the way political content is promoted, suppressed, or filtered on these platforms can have a massive impact on how voters perceive the candidates and the key issues. Twitter's controversial changes under Elon Musk, which relaxed content moderation policies, have also led to concerns that some political groups may now have an unfair advantage in shaping the public conversation. Dark money refers to political spending by non-profit organizations that are not required to disclose their donors. This allows wealthy individuals, such as Charles Koch on the conservative side and George Soros on the progressive side, to wield outsized influence over elections without voters knowing where the money is coming from. These billionaires often funnel their wealth through super PACs, which can spend unlimited amounts on elections as long as they do not coordinate directly with candidates. Super PACs are notorious for funding attack ads, spreading misinformation, and backing so-called grassroots movements that are, in fact, carefully orchestrated by elite interests. For example, Koch's network has been integral in promoting conservative candidates by donating millions to super PACs, which fund advertising campaigns, issue advocacy, and mobilize voter bases. On the other side, Soros has donated extensively to progressive causes, focusing on criminal justice reform and democratic candidates. These large donations don't just increase visibility for specific candidates, they reshape the entire political landscape. Super PACs have the power to push narratives in think tanks and media organizations, often masking the original intent behind the political contributions. Think tanks like the Heritage Foundation or the Brookings Institution receive millions from wealthy donors to support research that aligns with their political views. This research in turn influences policy proposals, which candidates adopt into their platforms. One of the most sophisticated methods of election manipulation is the use of data analytics and voter micro-targeting. Companies like Cambridge Analytica showed how powerful voter data could be during the 2016 election by harvesting personal information from social media platforms like Facebook. This data was then used to create psychographic profiles that enabled political campaigns to deliver highly personalized content to sway voters. In 2024, this practice has only grown more advanced. Campaigns now leverage massive amounts of data gathered from browsing histories, purchasing behaviors, and social media activity to craft hyper-targeted political ads. For example, Facebook and Google algorithms can show one voter a message on tax policy reform, while showing another a video about national security based on their unique data profile. This precision means that voters see messages that resonate specifically with their concerns, making it more likely that they will vote in a manner aligned with the campaign's goals. This tactic also opens the door for disinformation. Political campaigns and PACs use data analytics not just to target voters, but to segment the electorate and deliver misleading content to sway undecided or disillusioned voters. Such practices have been observed in both the 2016 and 2020 U.S. elections and remain a powerful tool in 2024. Lobbyists and corporate money continue to have a profound influence on U.S. elections. Corporations such as Amazon, Facebook, ExxonMobil, and Walmart not only fund campaigns but also work directly with elected officials to ensure favorable legislation after the election. These companies hire lobbyists to ensure that the policies proposed by candidates, if elected, will support their bottom lines. For example, industries such as healthcare, energy, and technology have been especially active in the 2024 election, backing candidates whose policies are favorable to deregulation, lower taxes, or favorable trade agreements. Corporate lobbying often begins long before the election, ensuring that key candidates adopt policies beneficial to these industries. Furthermore, lobbyists often serve as intermediaries between candidates and super PACs, making sure that the political donations come with implicit expectations of policy outcomes once the candidate is in office. This dynamic ensures that large corporations maintain significant influence over U.S. policy, even if their direct involvement in the election process isn't immediately visible. The 2024 U.S. election is being shaped by a vast array of powerful forces that go far beyond the candidates themselves. Understanding who these players are and how they operate is crucial for ensuring that U.S. democracy remains intact. Voters must become more critical of the information they consume, and the U.S. must take decisive action to protect its electoral system from both foreign and domestic interference. The battle for control of the 2024 election, and it's taking place in the shadows as much as in the public eye.